Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. You ready to talk that stuff?
Always.
Yes, this is our first, well, not our first, but the first quote unquote talk that stuff episode that will be on the new YouTube channel. So we definitely want you to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will be bringing you all the latest in reality and whatever we feel like. Feel like spilling the tea or getting into some mess. We'll talk that stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Okay. Today we're talking that stuff. Big Brother. The last week of Big Brother, the last episodes when we left, Cam was voted out, and Boy was the HOH. And Julie kind of hinted that it was going to be some kind of multiverse week. And remember, they went upstairs. Felicia fell going up, and they were trying to get the see what crashed in the HOH room. So that's how the episode started Sunday, I think. And so um, they all are still trying to figure it out. And Sari was excited about being off the block, and she called him Cockroach Cam. I do remember that episode where she was like, when they first voted him out, and she was like, "I'm vote to evict Cam and his hair." I don't know, that was funny.
I do.
But anyway, she assumed that it's about to be a war, because Cam is out the house, it's two sides and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, Comic Verse sends a message, and they said they're unleashing this superpower, the same thing that Julie teased, that it's basically going to be an invisible HOH. So no one will know the identity of the HOH unless they tell
themselves.
Yeah, and they also will be able to play in the next HOH competition. Now, this on the surface, it seems cool. It's like, oh, they could really do some dirty work and, still be able to play. And it was I think it was Rob Has a Podcast I was listening to. Did this happen before? I don't remember an invisible HOH, but he said it was some competition where
I do remember. I don't remember which season, but this is not the first time that this has happened.
Okay, because he said something about they allowed them to play in the next HOH, but basically production was like, you can't win though, you need to lose. And they don't know if they've told Jag something like that, because he's talking like he's, playing to, win. He's not throwing anything. Yeah. So Corey is like, the days of throwing competitions are behind me. And I was like, did he actually throw competitions or did he just lose? Because I don't remember.
Saving face.
So anyway, and Blue is concerned. It was funny. She was just like, so the HOH doesn't get any wine? Same, Blue, same. It's like, wait a minute. What about the benefits? So okay. Jag and Corey and America are all together, and it's really more Corey, but they all agree, okay, if one of us wins, we're going to tell each other. And Jag is in the diary room, however, saying like, this may be my opportunity to take Corey and America out. So I'm not telling them if I win HOH. Meanwhile, Sari and Felicia, they are feeling kind of comfortable because they figured like, okay, it's invisible. If you actually know how to play Big Brother, this is your time to shine. Nobody will know how you're,
get these big targets out.
Yeah, get the big targets out. I bet they shaking their boots. So I don't know, what are your thoughts on like invisible HOH just in general?
In general, I love the concept. I mean, it's an opportunity for someone who is smart about the game to take a huge swing.
Yeah. And to me, like, this is the time of the game to swing, like batter, swing. Because, like, at this point, it's either you or somebody else. Like, if you don't take the swing when you have the chance, I can see it if it's like the first, I don't know, 20 days or something. Yeah, you don't want to make a big swing, but now is the time. So part of the multiverse switcheroo thing is they're doing old veto competitions as HOH. And so BB Comics, which they have pretty much every year, is normally a veto, but they're having it as a HOH. And so if you've watched Big Brother one time, you've seen it, where they're swinging and trying to put things in order and notice the difference. Now, I was actually impressed with Felicia because I don't know. I don't even know if I could be able to swing on them things. Number one, it was hilarious her falling, but I would have done the same thing.
It was the audio. They made it sound like she was cracking bones.
Every time they fell, it was like clack, 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 clack. I'm like, y'all do not have to do it like that. And I mean, it's like she fell hard every time.
But I want, like, come on, like after two times falling, fall on your butt.
I know.
Just fall on your butt.
And I say that, we say that because we're not falling. Because I was just like, I would try to fall a little more gracefully, but I don't know how. I don't know how I would fall off of that thing. Number one, I'm just trying to think, do I have enough? You can tell the people with real good upper body strength. You can't see my arms. But anyway, the ones with really good upper body strength, they were swinging with their arms up here. The other ones were that their arms was up here. That's how mine would have been if I was able to even get up there. But so they all go. I mean, we all know how BB Comics goes. But Felicia got a time of 1846, which they actually aired on the show. And
she was the only one. Was she not the only one whose time they aired?
The only one.
It's like we just want to laugh at Felicia.
Yeah, I'm just like, but actually, it was considering the other times, that was a pretty good time because the people that shared their times, like Bowie said she got 15 minutes. I think, was it Matt that got like 12 or 13? So, I mean, considering you're like.
By the way, me and my memory, I would have been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I would have taken a break. I'm just letting you know now.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, and it seems like the people that are holding more weight go slower. So it seems like they should have been able to grasp more information. But to me, the tactic first, once you go across the first time, is to try to at least get as many in order, get everything out, and then go back and figure out the difference. That seems to work best.
I do want to say this though. To me, from my perspective, it looked like Jag was going just a little bit slower than everybody else.
It did. But they always kind of, do you mean like slower in the whole speed of the competition or when he was swinging?
Not his running, because Jag was running faster than everybody else. I'm just talking about like when he was going across, it was like he knew, take my time. I'm going to take my time and I'm really going to look and pay attention. And I think that's what he did in order to win. Yeah.
And I don't know if they could control it. Like, I don't know, not that they can't control it, but kind of like if it's a way, like, you know, because he was holding like this. And if somehow that will make him go slower, I don't know. But
I don't know. I think it's all about the push.
Oh, when you're up there, how hard you jump off. That's true. I didn't think about that. So they, which to me was bad on Big Brother's part. I feel like you should have took them all in the diary room and told them who won. But yet you announced the times of who wins to everybody, or the winning time. So now everybody got to do is say what time they won, you know, the time they got, and figure out the winner, or at least get pretty close. So everybody is saying their time. Jag lies and says 9 minutes.
I would have lied too. I ain't gonna lie.
No. I didn't think he shouldn't have lied, but to me, who gets 9 minutes? Like, say 9 minutes and 12 seconds, or, you know.
He's not a great liar.
He isn't. He's so bad at it. So I'm just like,
it's just virtuous.
Okay, but not a big
but not good for Big Brother.
We don't need virtue. So
we need evil dick. We need evil dick. Do you remember evil dick?
I do.
That man. Ooh.
Oh my God. I mean, you love to hate him. Oh my gosh. So anyway, they're all leaving it thinking it's Blue, because they were just like, no way she got 15 minutes and 24 seconds or whatever. And
but can I just say this? All right. So if I know that the winner got it, it was 8 minutes and 30 seconds. The first thing that I would have done is I would have looked at the guys. Yeah. I would have looked at the guys, only because, I mean, you're talking about speed, right? And who has the most speed, who has the most agility, who can get up the ladder as quick as possible. Like, all of that was something to consider.
Yeah. And I mean, I definitely would have narrowed it down. And I mean, think of who's been winning these last competitions. Like, to me, it was easy to narrow it down. But they think it's Blue. And they didn't show this on the episode, but Sari had clocked Jag pretty early on, because she was just like, Jag is lying, it's got to be him, because think about the times, and he can't lie. So like she was just saying like so she was just like, it's Jag. And so anyway, on the show, they made it seem like they thought it was either Jag, Matt, or Corey, which again are the guys. And if you're thinking, and anyway, you would assume it's probably one of them anyway. But Felicia was like, well, look, whoever it is, don't misuse this opportunity and put me on the block or whatever.
Are you talking about the time when she walked up to Jag?
No. Okay. This is before she got on the block. This is when they were kind of discussing like who is the invisible HOH, and hopefully he don't put us on the block or whoever it is, because it's a misuse. So anyway, Blue is crying because she's like, man, I lost. And she has fake cried in the season before. And so of course people think she's kind of like overdoing it, and she probably is the invisible HOH. And so at this point, nobody knows who it is or whatever. And they kind of, I don't know, it was kind of like a flop to me, kind of the way they kind of brought it out, but they just showed Blue leaving the room, and Jag kind of winked at Matt, and then they showed him like, oh, I'm the invisible HOH or whatever. So it's like, okay, bloop, bloop, bloop. But he and Matt discussed nominations. And to me, what was interesting is last week, he was telling Bowie, like, boy, you got to make a big move. You got to make a big move. And this week, he initially was like, not trying to get blood on his hands and not trying to make I'm just like, Jag, come on now. How you going to win if you're not, making these big moves? But anyway. Jag, he actually ends up telling Corey and America that he's the invisible HOH. These people are so corny. How did Cockle Doodle Zoom come? Oh, because he was the chicken. Is that how Cockle Doodle Zoom came up?
He was the chicken.
Remember, he was the chicken. He got a penalty or something in one of the veto competitions, and he had to wear a chicken suit.
Okay, I don't remember this.
Me either, hardly. Because when I just said it, I was like, oh, maybe, because I think even he was a chicken on his BB comic. That's what they gave him from. But anyway, because I was like, why does he keep saying cockle-doodle zoom? That is so corny. It's still corny, but now at least see where it came from. But Corey and America, they're feeling comfortable, but also questioning, like, okay, why didn't he just tell us right away? Because it was like 24 hours where he was basically didn't tell. I don't know.
12 hours.
I can't quite tell when he told Matt, but
they didn't show it on Big Brother. Mm-hmm. But I would have to assume it was pretty soon.
Told him right away. Okay.
Yeah.
So Matt played into it too, because at least from what I could see, it didn't seem like he was acting like he knew. But Matt is actually good at saving face and lying and making people feel good. So he's actually good at that. So Jag hints that he's considering Blue and Felicia, or Felicia and Sari. And he ends up nominating Blue and Felicia. And Blue, of course, thinks it's Corey or America because she's on the block. And Felicia is going off in the dining room about these people. Like, how dare you waste this invisible HOH on me? I'm on the block. Yeah, she was going off.
That's almost like saying, I know I'm not the best competitor in this house.
Yeah,
I've got no capital. So why are you doing this to me? This is like a wasted HOH.
Come on now. Am I going to have to pay my bags again? So Blue, clueless Blue. So, okay. Now for Blue, she thinks that it's Corey in America. And she's even telling Jag this. Like, she talks to him. And no matter what people say, she's like, I don't know. And I don't quite get it. Because to me, like, okay, even if I think you're my friend in Big Brother, if Cam has told me something, if people constantly are telling me
the same thing,
yeah, it's got to be somewhat true or some truth to it. They might not be targeting me, but they at least brought my name up, or a hint of it has been. But she is like locked and loaded in with them, and I get it on the side where they're winning, so you want to be on that side. You don't have to target them, but you can save face and be like, you know, oh, I'm gonna come after you when it's time. But she's locked and loaded. Like she can't believe that they would ever target her. But anyway, this is Felicia when she saw Jag and Corey on the hammock. And she was like, you know what? My gut is telling me it's one of them.
Did you see the way that she walked up?
Oh, it's gonna be so many memes with Felicia. I think it already is like her last.
Like no, like I thought she was just gonna jump on the hammock like boom.
Oh my gosh. And so she was like, y'all know I like to be direct. So who the real target? Me or Blue? And Corey, who, I mean, he plays, okay. Well, I guess him and Jag plays not similarly, but at the same level, but it's different. So Corey is more, I think
he chooses his words wisely.
He chooses words wisely, but he's more blinded by the game a little bit. Like he really assumes like if somebody gives him my word, they've given me my word, where Jag can't lie. So I think like, yeah, Jag's face is showing everything. But anyway, Corey, of course, is all snarky and everything like that. And she was just like, that's how he normally reacts. So it ain't him. Jag is quiet. He can't make eye contact. So it's definitely Jag. I'm like, oh God.
See, this is how and why it's so good to understand people. When you can understand someone, you know what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Like you know when they're lying, you know when they're telling the truth, you know when they're lost in thought and contemplation and all that other good stuff. And so she just clocked them. She clocked both of them.
And that's the good thing. So I think Sari is playing really undercover now because she's like, okay, if I can make it to the end, but she reads people well. So like somebody can come and talk to her and she knows right away they working with so-and-so, they working with so-and-so. And they don't even have to say it, but it's just kind of contextually in what she's able to read the room.
It doesn't take much. I've never understood how and why these people don't understand these things. You got to put two and two together. Come on now. Like, anytime somebody's trying to protect somebody else, oh, okay, they cool. They didn't even bring up their name. Oh, they cool. They working together. Like, come on now. Like, we've all seen Big Brother. Like, think about it for a second.
Big Brother 101. Come on now. And if somebody is willing to put you on the block and they supposed to be your ally, you're not really because anytime you're on the block, pawn, whatever, you're at risk of leaving. And so they were okay with you leaving if something happened where they couldn't take you off. So I'm like, okay, one of these people. So this season is very interesting in that it's like
I definitely have to say I have loved the gameplay from the beginning to the end. They normally wait until week 3, 4 before they start playing. They started playing week 1, and I'm all for it. I want more Survivor contestants on Big Brother because it has done like it has lit a fire under these people.
It definitely lit a fire. But what I don't like is that it's like I guess like I'm ready for. Like they're making big moves, but it's not like, oh my God. Like I have, and maybe because I'm seeing the background too. That could be it too. But I've yet to be, I'm trying to think where I'm just like, oh my gosh, they got them out, or what a blind side or whatever. But I'm excited about this Corey and America thing.
It's because, and you're right, it's because we're watching the live feeds. Whereas before, I will say something else. Years ago, like maybe about 5-10 years ago, like when I was watching the live feeds, it was much more dramatic back then. Because like I really felt like but I'm so used to it now. Like it's just like, oh, okay. You know, I'm following you, and so it's not as dramatic for us as when we watch it.
Yeah, that's true. So let me see. Oh, Corey's in a diary room, and he's actually agreeing that they should have taken me out this week, but you know, it'll be a waste of HOH for them. And he's discussing with America that although they've been good allies and they kept us off the block, we got to put them on the block next week because somebody got to take this, move first. Now, this was the bad move from America. It's like she's thinking ahead, but she doesn't.
She don't know who she's dealing with, and it's Blue. Blue runs and tells everything.
And to me, it would be different if like, oh, this is the first time it happened. It's been happening all season. She'd run back and tell Jared. She'd run back and tell, you can't trust Blue. So why are you telling her this stuff? And her thinking is like, okay, I need an ally for when Corey leaves the gang. Because she was like, people are targeting him, so I need an ally. So I get that, but she ain't the one. She ain't the one. So she tells Blue that Matt and Jag are actually targeting her. And she's thinking that this will make her trust her more because she's giving her this information. And then maybe Blue will target Matt or Jag. No. And Blue is just like, that's interesting. Wow. She shoots right to Jag and Matt and tell them, like,
everything.
Yeah, everything. Like, we've been boys since day one. I think she said that in the diary room. So the comic verse sends another message about the power of multiplicity. And this is for the veto. So basically, they're going to have multiple players win the veto. They'll have one competition and then another. And both people have the potential to come off the block. And so, I mean, it's exciting too, because of course, people who are watching, want a big target out. And, I've never known them doing this. So this was new. But I need to get the clip of Felicia saying, come on, guy. Come on, guy. Oh my gosh, Felicia. But anyway, she I already said she spilled the beans on them, basically saying, like, and to me it's one thing. So that's the thing with Blue. Okay, you can have the information that America gave you, and then you can try to get more information out of Matt and Jag without spilling all the beans. You can't be like, Matt and Corey been, trying to recruit me, and so they telling me all this and blah blah blah. You've laid out all your cards at this point. I would be trying to get more information out of them, like, who would you target after this, or trying to see if just okay. We get America.
Who's on their radar?
Yeah, Corey and America out. Who y'all going next? Why them? Why don't you think about, I don't know. To me, like, I don't know. It's a better way to do it, Blue. But oh well. So they had a veto comps. The first one is the endurance one. It's another flip. It used to be a HOH, so now it's a veto. And they go around on this thing where they get beat up and spin around or whatever. And people are falling off like flies. Felicia, 3 minutes. Boys, 7 minutes. Siri, 11 minutes. Like, they falling. And America, Jag, and Blue are left. America falls off on purpose at 22 minutes because she doesn't think Jag will put her up. And I'm like, y'all got to play to win at these last competitions. You can't, y'all, So anyway, Jag and Blue stay on there for like 2 hours.
2 whole hours. But can we talk about the fact that Corey fell? Come on, dude. You saying that you're going to have to win at all costs, but you falling?
At 14 minutes. Like, right.
You let your girl stay on longer than you.
I'm like, oh, Corey. Oh, my gosh. And he thinks, I guess he's thinking like there will be a lot of mental competitions later. And I mean, they could be mental, but just like the second part of the HOH. So, Jag wins and they tease like a cash bonus that he could get. And so the second part of the HOH was Jag basically hanging from this thing going around, and for every 15 seconds, he gets $500. And so the people have to guess how long they think he'll stay on. And so that's mental per se, but it's really a game of chance. It really is, because you don't know. And I mean, of course, he's incentivized to stay on longer because money, but he's also tired because he was standing up there for 2 hours. Well, not standing, but swinging and all that kind of stuff. Blue ends up guessing 105 minutes and winning the second veto. And so it's her first win of the summer. She's excited. Felicia and Sari get a punishment. Felicia gets 24-hour solitary confinement, and Sari gets this superhero quick change, which she hates.
Now, could you have done the 24-hour confinement?
In Big Brother, I probably could. I mean, it would have probably been, because I think I would have been fine, just kind of like recharging and being away from people. But 24 hours is a lot. It's a lot. And they have to be up from 10 to 10, is it? Like they have to be up in the morning, or I
just know that she has to go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I think from the live feeds, like they can stay up later, but they're required to be up. I thought it was 10 to 10, like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Just so people can have something to watch on the live feeds. But yeah, could you have done it?
Oh yeah. Okay, so this would have been the tough part. Not having a TV.
Yeah. That's what like they could have gave us some magazines or some books or something.
I gotta entertain myself for 24 hours.
That's the thing. Like with nothing. Like to me, like, yeah, I could be by myself for 24 hours, but I'm just oh, go ahead.
And did you see that little toilet they put in that room for?
I was wondering what that was at first when I saw it. I'm like, they are so wrong for that. I'm like, no.
And what did she say about the bread? What did she say about the bread? What it'll do to you?
Oh, stop. It'll stop you up. Oh my God. And I was like, is that all she had was peanut? Well, no, it seemed like that she had water bottles and maybe she had a couple of snacks or something, but woo, yeah. That was
now peanut butter. Ooh, I mean, if I have to do it, I have to do it. But by choice, I don't know if I can do that.
Oh. It's okay. It's been a while since I had peanut butter and jelly, but the last time I had it, I remember thinking, wow, I forgot how good peanut butter and jelly is. So it's like, it's not anything that I think about or have, but the last time I had it, I remember thinking like, I forgot how good this is. But yeah, so yeah, I would have been fine with peanut butter and jelly, I'm sure.
Ooh, not as good as that commodity cheese and bread. I couldn't wait to come home.
You should make you some good grilled cheese. Oh my gosh.
Now that'll stop you up.
Speaking of getting stopped up, that's what'll do it. So somebody said they still do that. It was something I was listening to, and they said they actually still do it.
Who still does what?
Like they still give out the cheese and stuff
that. They ain't stopped.
Oh, I thought they did. But so yeah, if you want to get stopped up again, there's still opportunity there. So Ree, oh my gosh, in this BB suit, she had to, whenever, of course, they randomly bring it up, do something to test this BB suit. So they had her rolling in the backyard. I'm like, sound like it was harder to roll the way she was rolling than.
I think she just didn't want it to touch her
breast. You know, yeah. Okay. Maybe not. She had to stand on one leg, shower. So I should do something else. Oh, the X-ray vision test.
Now the X-ray vision, it was kind of like, okay, after the second or the third time when she kept saying fiber pills or whatever it is, fiber gummies. Okay, just give her fiber gummies because
gummies, fiber gummies, and maybe they just had to keep doing it. So I don't know if like the producers would say at least let her do it 10 times. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But so Jag, you know, now that Blue's been putting stuff in their head, they discussed like maybe Corey should go up or whatever. And
next
to America, actually, because at first they were just trying to figure out, okay, like, well, of course, Blue's coming down. Who should go up? But then they were just like, maybe it's time to take our shot or whatever. And I should have put him up in the first place. Yes, Jag, you should have put him up in the first place. I guess better late than never. So Felicia comes out of solitary confinement, is all excited, and Jag talks to her. So he basically goes on a tour telling everybody that he is the invisible HOH and that he's going to target Corey in America. And so everybody's excited about it. And of course, Felicia hugs him. Sari was like, oh my God, you bossed up or whatever. And Boy was kind of like, that's a good idea or whatever. But
as long as it's not her. She don't give a damn as long as it's not her.
Okay. And so he finally tells Blue that he's invisible HOH. And he frames it as basically like, Corey, I thought I could trust Corey in America. They're snakes. They've been dogging you out. I'm so sorry. And so he's basically putting them up as a replacement. And Corey is still not thinking that he's going to put him up and thinks Felicia is going home. And I'm just like, Corey, like, 2 people are possibly coming off the block. You don't think you could possibly be one of them? Like, you should have been swinging and holding on for your dear life in that competition. But that's how the episode ended. So spoiler alert, of course, we know who is on the block now. Corey and America are on the block. They did were replaced. And so we'll see how it all pans out. I haven't kept up with the live feeds since yesterday, I think. So I don't know what happened today, but
I wonder why Corey was so like dead set on getting Felicia out. Why Felicia? And I mean, Felicia compared to Sari, I would want Sari out before Felicia.
I don't know. So I don't know what it is with Sari. It's like people know she's a threat, but I don't know if it's that she makes them like her so much that I don't know. But Matt doesn't want her out. Seems like Jag, even though he'll put her on the block, he doesn't want her out. Bowie was the only one. Bowie wanted her out.
I mean, who's left? I don't know who's left.
Bowie, America. Oh, Blue is down for her because it's her. You know, who knows what Jared is doing, but she's still, I guess, down for his mom. And Felicia, she, who knows? But it seems like it's always a weird HOH somewhere in there. And maybe Bowie was the weird HOH because it's always somebody you don't expect at some point. Mm-hmm. So we still have enough people in the game where we could get another unexpected HOH. So we'll see. We will see. But Corey or America is going into the jury house to be with Cam. So we will see.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. And speaking of, we will see. Michelle is starting her own brand new podcast. Tell us about it.
Yes. So you've gone to love us, talk that stuff, but we'll have this channel, Talk That Stuff, YouTube channel specifically for reality TV. So things that are coming up, like Love, well, these have already passed, but things like Love is Blind or Married to Medicine is coming up. Real Housewives of Potomac is coming up. What's the show where it's almost like Love is Blind, but they get married. Married at First Sight is coming up. The Denver. I think I'll watch it. I'll see how it is. I didn't see that many people that look like us on there, but
Did you like the villains one?
Oh, the villains. The first episode wasn't bad. So we may review that one. I'm like you, I'll give it one more episode to see. But I actually enjoyed the first episode. Omarosa did what she needed to do to, add her little spice. Because I'm sure she's like, look, I'll do the first couple of episodes and then I'm out. I'm not trying to be there all season. I don't need this money like that. But other people do need it. Now, I didn't recognize everybody.
No. Yeah. I didn't expect I would, especially the white people. I don't.
Yeah, that one girl that was just like, "Oh my gosh, people are gonna be so upset if I leave," and I'm like, "Who? I don't even know who you are." And I think I watched The Bachelor when you were on there, and I still don't know who you are. I was like, I think we'll be okay. So yeah.
So when did you stop watching The Bachelor?
It really depends. Like I never stopped per se. It would just be like, oh, if it's a season where The Bachelor seems interesting, I would watch it. I did start watching The Bachelorette, but it's kind of one of those that's still in my queue, and I just kind of pick it up, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. And some people said The Golden Bachelor is okay, but I haven't watched that at all.
What is the Golden? Mm-hmm. Would I qualify as a Golden Bachelor?
I don't think you would. So they don't really have, because usually it's like people, honestly, like 32 and under or something. And then the Golden Bachelor, I don't know how old he is, but he looks 60-ish. So they don't really have anything. Actually, where you would fall is what's the show with Ready to Love?
I am ready to love.
Yeah, Ready to Love kind of has our age range in there. And we still be acting a fool at our big grown age. I'm just like, oh my God. Y'all not ready to love.
Are you trying to say I'd be acting a fool, Michelle?
No. I said, I'll start we'll see. We can really talk that stuff.
Oh my God.
I have exclusives. Oh my gosh, but yes. So stay tuned.
Okay. Thank you all so very much for watching us. Don't forget to kiss the subscribe button, click on the like button, share us on all your social media, nibble on the notification button, and make love to our senses. And don't forget to subscribe to Talk That Stuff on YouTube. Until next time, y'all have a great one.
See y'all.